Have you ever wondered what lies deep within a dark cave? Two friends, Jake and Mia, decided to explore an abandoned cave rumored to hide secrets. Armed with only flashlights, they ventured inside, excitement tingling in the air. But as they moved deeper, the atmosphere shifted. Suddenly, they stumbled upon strange claw marks carved deep into the stone. The marks were jagged and long, as if something had tried to escape. Jake's heart raced. "Do you think it's from an animal?" he asked, trying to shake off the unease. Mia stepped closer, her flashlight beam illuminating the etchings. "These don't look like scratches from any animal I know," she replied, her voice trembling. Ignoring the warning signs, they followed the claw marks further into the cave. The air grew colder, and the darkness seemed to thicken around them. Shadows danced on the walls, and they felt an eerie sensation of being watched. Then, they heard it. A low growl echoing from the depths of the cave. Panic surged through them. "We should turn back," Mia urged, but curiosity held Jake in place. Just as they resolved to leave, the growl grew louder. They turned to run, but the darkness felt alive, closing in around them. With their hearts pounding, they raced back toward the entrance. Sometimes, curiosity can lead you to places you're not meant to explore. Follow for more chilling tales. He felt watched. Tom was deep in the woods, hunting at dusk. The air was thick with silence, but something felt off. He noticed glowing eyes peering from the tree line. They flickered like fireflies, unsettling yet captivating. He gripped his flashlight, heart racing. "Just a deer," he muttered, trying to calm himself. But the eyes remained, unblinking and eerie. With a deep breath, he flicked on the light. The beam cut through the shadows, illuminating the trees, but the eyes vanished. He felt a brief sense of relief. Then, from the corner of his vision, he saw them again, much closer. They glowed an unnatural green, piercing through the darkness. Tom's pulse quickened. What was watching him? He took a step back, scanning the area. The woods felt alive, branches creaking as if something was moving. He aimed the flashlight again, the beam trembling in his hand. Nothing, just trees and the rustle of leaves. But the eyes returned, now even nearer, just beyond the reach of the light. Tom's instincts screamed at him to run. He turned, adrenaline kicking in, but the soft crunch of twigs made him freeze. They were surrounding him, those glowing eyes, watching, waiting. Tom took off, heart pounding, not daring to look back. He never hunted in those woods again. Curious about what lurks in the shadows? Follow for more chilling tales. Have you ever heard of a town that doesn't exist? Deep in the woods, there's a place you won't find on any map. An abandoned town, hidden from the world, waits silently for visitors. The legends say that at dusk, the street lamps flicker to life, beckoning the curious. Locals whisper tales of a traveler who stumbled upon it. They describe how the air felt electric, charged with an unseen energy. It was as if the town was alive, waiting for someone to step inside. As the traveler walked through the deserted streets, the flickering lights illuminated crumbling buildings. Windows seemed to watch. Shadows danced in the corners. The silence was heavy, but the lights pulsed with an eerie rhythm, guiding the way. Suddenly, a door creaked open. The traveler froze. Was someone still living here? They hesitated, heart racing, then continued forward. Each step echoed, and the lamps flickered faster, as if urging them on. As they reached the town square, the lights blazed brightly. A chilling realization struck. They weren't alone. Ghostly figures emerged, trapped in a moment of time. They waved, welcoming the traveler back to a world long forgotten. The traveler turned to leave, but the lights dimmed, hinting at a darker secret. The town vanished as quickly as it appeared, swallowed by the woods. If you ever find it, will you dare to stay? Follow for more mysterious tales. Late-night hikers, listen up. Imagine this. You're trekking through the woods when darkness swallows the path. The moon barely breaks through the thick canopy. Suddenly you hear a howl. It echoes through the trees. You brush it off as just a distant wolf. But then, you notice something strange. Every time you take a step, the howl matches your pace. Step, howl, step, howl. Your friend notices too. It's just a coincidence, they say, but their voice trembles. You both pick up the pace, heartbeats racing. The howl quickens, perfectly in sync. Panic sets in. You glance back, but the woods are silent, just shadows looming. You speed up again, breathing heavily. The howl shifts, now sounding closer. Maybe it's just one wolf, your friend suggests. But deep down, you both know wolves travel in packs. You can't shake the feeling that a whole pack is trailing you, watching, waiting. The forest seems alive, branches creaking like whispers. You race through the trees, adrenaline pumping. The howl rises, louder and more menacing. Finally, you burst into a clearing, moonlight flooding your eyes. You turn, expecting to see the wolf, but there's nothing, just silence. You both stand there, breathing hard. Then, a final howl pierces the night, echoing through the stillness. You realize you're not alone. Follow for more chilling tales. The night was still, but something felt off. A group of fishermen sat in their small boat, surrounded by darkness. The moon cast an eerie glow on the water. They'd been fishing for hours, but the silence was unnerving. Then, they noticed the ripples. They were different. Instead of spreading out, they moved toward the boat. "Did you see that?" one fisherman whispered. The others nodded, eyes wide. The ripples grew stronger, almost pulsating. They could feel a strange energy in the air. Another fisherman shone a flashlight on the water. The beam illuminated the surface, revealing shadows beneath. "What the hell is going on?" someone asked, voice trembling. The ripples intensified, creating a rhythm that matched their racing hearts. Suddenly, a dark shape surged upward, breaking the surface. It was massive, glistening in the moonlight. The fishermen froze, fear gripping them. "Row!" one yelled, but it was too late. The boat began to rock violently as the ripples turned into waves, crashing against the sides. In an instant, the creature disappeared, leaving only a chilling silence behind. The fishermen stared at each other, breathless. What had they just experienced? As they paddled frantically back to shore, the water grew calm once more. But the memory of those ripples haunted them. They would never fish at night again. Follow for more chilling tales. Have you ever stumbled upon something that chills you to the bone? In the heart of the woods, there's an old trail marker. Most hikers ignore it. But for some reason, I approached it. The wood was weathered, and my heart raced as I leaned closer. Names were carved into its surface, faded but legible. I scanned the names, feeling a strange connection to them. Then I saw it. My own name, etched deep into the bark. I froze. Who had carved it? Why? As I stepped back, I noticed something odd. The other names didn't belong to anyone I knew. They were all dated. The most recent, just a week ago. My pulse quickened. I turned to leave, but I heard a rustle behind me. I spun around, heart pounding. The woods felt alive, as if they were watching. I glanced back at the marker. It seemed to loom larger, more menacing. The air grew cold. I hurried down the trail, but not before glimpsing more names. Those who had vanished without a trace. The woods were full of secrets, and now I was a part of it. I could still feel the eyes on me. Was I the next name waiting to be carved? I didn't look back. If you love eerie stories, follow for more. Have you ever heard the whispers of children at dusk? In a quiet village, tales spread like wildfire. The children spoke of a faceless figure that roamed the woods as the sun set. They described it in hushed tones, eyes wide with both fear and excitement. The adults dismissed it as mere fantasy, but the kids knew better. The figure appeared only at twilight. They said it moved silently between the trees, a shadow among shadows. But if you listened closely, you could hear a faint whistle, like a distant lullaby carried by the wind. One evening, a brave group of friends decided to investigate. They ventured into the woods with only flashlights and their courage. As the sky turned deep purple, they felt a chill in the air. Suddenly, the whistling began. It was soft, but unmistakable. The children froze, hearts pounding. They turned to each other, eyes filled with terror and thrill. Then, they saw it, a shape gliding between the trees, completely featureless. No eyes, no mouth, just a smooth surface reflecting the fading light. The whistle grew louder, beckoning them closer. In a moment of panic, they ran, the sound of their footsteps drowning out the whistle. They burst out of the woods, gasping for breath. From that day on, they never spoke of the figure again. But every dusk, they would glance at the trees, half expecting to see it again. What do you think? Would you dare to investigate? Follow for more chilling tales. Have you ever driven down a dark road and felt a chill creep up your spine? This is the story of a driver lost on back roads at night. The GPS had failed, and the only light came from his headlights. With every turn, he hoped to find a way out. But the road only twisted deeper into the darkness. As the driver passed a hitchhiker, he felt uneasy. The figure stood still, illuminated by his headlights. He kept driving, thinking it was just a trick of his mind. But each time he took a different turn, there was the hitchhiker again. Same clothes, same vacant stare. The driver's heart raced. He tried to reason with himself. Maybe it was a coincidence, just a mirage created by fatigue. He sped past the figure again, desperate to escape. But the hitchhiker was always there, lurking just off the road. Was it even real? Panic set in as he turned down a familiar path. The hitchhiker appeared once more, closer this time. The driver felt a chill in the air. Was the hitchhiker following him? Finally, he decided to confront it. He slowed down and rolled down the window. But as he looked closer, the hitchhiker smiled, a smile that sent shivers down his spine. With a jolt, the driver sped away, never looking back. Sometimes, the road leads you to places you never want to go. Follow for more eerie tales.